Hey everybody, welcome to the video game section. I'm Sean. So it was teased on Twitter recently, but now coming to fruition. There is a Pikachu 3DS XL edition coming out pretty soon. On March 24th to be exact. This system takes me back to the days of the Game Boy Color when the Pikachu Yellow edition came out. It takes me back to being a kid again. Let me know if you guys are going to buy this. Quantities are limited. While we're on the subject of Nintendo, there was another Nintendo mishap. The first mishap was regarding Fire Emblem Awakening. This one is now regarding LEGO City Undercover. What has happened is that there has been a scheduling error for the shipment of LEGO City Undercover. Some GameStops have said that it will be in as early as the 20th, and some will say that it will be on the shelves as of the 22nd. So, for all of you guys out there that have ordered this game for your Wii U in hopes of it being the game that you want for your system, God bless you, and I hope you can remain patient enough just a little bit longer to get this wonderful game in your hands. Coming out next week, you got Bioshock Infinite. It's back in the hands of the original developers of Bioshock, Irrational Games. Ken Levine is directing it again. This game looks very promising. The storyline of all the other Bioshock games are very well written, and they're very well acted upon throughout the whole game. Bioshock is still claimed as the highest first-person shooter ever made. I definitely loved that game. It was an inadvertent horror game. It started off as a shooter, but it had so many horror elements of what's coming next. It's dark here, it's dark there. With Bioshock Infinite, they hope to bring you into this world. It's a new world. It resembles Bioshock and Rapture and Bioshock 2, but it's a whole new world. It's you have sunlight, you have clouds, you have rain, you have different aspects to it that are definitely going to bring you into this world. The main character you play is Booker DeWitt, and you're going up to Colombia to save a woman named Elizabeth who has been captive there for a long time. Her father runs the place. He is the top dog there. He has implemented some type of religious fervor towards the founding fathers. They are looked at almost as gods there. They look at Abraham Lincoln as the total undoing of what the Constitution and America stood for, considering he stopped everything going on with slave trade and slave ownership and things of that nature. In this world, in Colombia, that still goes on. There are these major tiers of levels of citizens. You have the rich, the wealthy, the founders, and you have different races or the poor at the far end of it. Because of this, you have two different groups of people that are actually going to be in a type of civil war themselves over who gets Colombia. As Booker DeWitt, you get caught up in this while trying to save Elizabeth. There is more to the story, but a lot of it goes into a spoiler area, and I don't want to do that for you guys today. The first-person shooter gameplay of this looks really awesome. When you are playing, let's say if you were to run out of ammo, Elizabeth's there with you. She'll say, "Hey Booker," and she'll toss you a gun with some ammo in it. There are aspects of it like that'll harken back to the Bioshocks of old. You still, instead of getting plasmids, you get vigors, and instead of having the gene tonics, you have some other passive abilities that'll help you out with different aspects of the game. A major aspect that they have in this one is the verticality of your fights. Because you're in a city in the sky, you actually need ways to travel from one place to another. Because of this, they have what's called sky rails. In these sky rails, you're given a sky hook to travel on them. With this sky hook, you can attack people on the ground, or you can use it to traverse the world. And while you're traversing this world, if you are in a battle, you can actually attack people on the sky rail with you. It looks really cool. It's a great idea. It definitely changes the pace of the whole battle. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I'm definitely going to be picking it up, hopefully midnight, and I'll be doing an unboxing video, hopefully, with my collector's edition, the Songbird edition. Now for the video game of the week, guys. Video game of the week is no surprise. Gears of War Judgment. I just picked this one up last week. I've been playing it since I got it. The campaign is Gears of War for you. There are those changes which I mentioned last week. You got the change in the button configuration. You got the dedicated grenade button. You have the Y button, switches through weapons. It is only now a 2-weapon switch. You don't have that third option. So before, like on the D-pad, you had 2 heavy weapons and a snub or a pistol and a grenade. Now you have the button for the grenade and a switch button. The storyline is being played through a testimony. So Barrett is giving his testimony. While he's giving his testimony, you're playing the missions. At the beginning of each area, if you're able to find it, they're usually right there in the open for you. If you're able to find it, though, you have an omen there. It gives you the option to declassify that area, that mission, where it'll be close range fighting only, so only shotguns or things of that nature, or it'll be we ran out of ammo, so we had to use salvaged weapons, or we had to use only our stub nose because we ran out of assault rifle. So the testimony goes through Barrett, it goes through each player, it continues to go on. The story, I enjoy the story very much, so it hits all the notes that I want it to hit. Still a Gears of War game that I love hearing more background, more story. I still really love it. With the multiplayer, I spent a little bit of time into Team Deathmatch. I played some of the maps. I didn't have a chance to jump into Overrun just yet, but with the Team Deathmatch, it's the weapon loadouts. They give you a lot of the weapons to start with. You could choose, just like with before Gears of War 3. You can choose what you want: the Gnasher, the Retro Lancer, or what type of grenades, ink or frag. Now these maps, they are designed differently than Gears of War 3 or Gears of War 2. These maps are a lot more of a corridor type maps, a lot more narrow. I didn't get the big open feel as I did with Gears of War 3. But again, I've only played a handful of hours on the Team Deathmatch so far. The guns definitely pack a punch. There's a few new weapons in there. You have a sniper rifle from the UIR. You have a sniper rifle without the scope. You have a grenade launcher where the grenades can bounce and ricochet, so you can do ricochet shots. They're pretty cool weapons. They all pack a different type of punch. They have a different feel from Gears of War 1, 2, or 3. That's the way I felt when I was playing it. They felt slightly different, a little bit more punch, closer to Gears 3, but more of a difference from Gears 2 and Gears 1. I definitely liked the multiplayer so far, but as I said again, the maps so far right now, they're very limited and they're very close quarters, it seemed to me. They're very narrow. You can get a lot of sniper shots off because they're, like I said, those corridors, there are narrow pathways. There aren't a lot of big open areas, which takes away from my skill set when I play, bouncing around from things to things, being able to sprint and get around, flank somebody. This one, you have to know the map a little better, to know where the nooks and crannies are to get from one spot to the next to flank somebody instead of being able to outsmart and flank somebody. You can still do that, of course, but it's going to be a little bit tougher with the design of these maps, it seems like. Overall, I say Gears of War Judgment is definitely a great game. I definitely would recommend you guys going out and buying it. Definitely recommend you guys renting it and playing it. Just get your hands on one somehow. It'll definitely be fun for you and your friends if you guys get on there, play some missions as well as some multiplayer. So tell me what you guys thought about this video today. Let me know what your comments, your questions, your inquiries. Did you guys buy Gears of War Judgment? Are you guys going to play it? Are you guys going to pick up Bioshock Infinite next week? What do you guys think about the new Pikachu 3DS XL? And what do you guys think about Nintendo with everything that's going on with their shipping? Are they trying to shoot themselves in the foot and get themselves out of the console business? Let me know what you guys think and I'll get back to you, alright? We'll see you later.